Hey guys, it's Morgan. Hello. Hopefully, people join in very, very soon. I'm sorry I botched the audio again. Hopefully, now it is good. When you guys hear, let me know if you can hear everything. It looks like everything is working. So, yeah, we're gonna just give everybody a chance to get going here. There's some people coming on. There we go. Kim Jackson got it. Right. Is that working? Hey, let me know. I think that means you say it's working. Back. There you go, Bruce. Hey, Brody, what's happening? Gordon. Okay, cool. Sounds like we got it working. Sorry. Again, sorry. I think I know what's going on. Anyway. It's because of this microphone. It's not anyway, whatever. It's a tech thing, but we got it working. TCG fruition. Nice Mojave Mike. Good morning. Tiger Erickson, what's happening? Gordon Stummel, what's going down? Bruce Kennedy again. Lovely to see you. All right, let's restart this. Hey guys, it's Morgan from Highland Cycles coming to you with another live show. I just want to let you guys know I'm really excited to be here. You can tell by my excitement. Super excited about this absolute piece of crap motorcycle that KTM made. Really excited to take it and put 15 to 20K. Super excited about that. So welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels. Just to see you guys all here. I love it, guys. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, Ontario Trail Riders, Keith McQueen, Jason Lash, Moto Master, Bill O'Neill, Shane Gibson. Yeah, I'm more pause and hesitate. I can't do. You guys should know at this point. I can't possibly do Jeff. Oh man, the best thing about Jeff is that he just takes himself way too seriously. It's so good. Yeah, just tell him, sorry, bro. Hey, Snake Oiler, what's going down? Who buys a two-stroke if they want to go slow? That's a four-stroke big. Yes, Broad's coming in with the win on the comment there. Jeff Benton, what's happening, man? How are you, dude? So yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed that video. I gotta take these off. They're scratched anyway. Whatever. They're scratched. They're tons of fun though. Michael Webster was going down. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest parody video. There'll be more of those coming. I know it's gonna get people fired up, but you know what? Whatever. People need that. I have to watch some Kyle Brotherson stuff so I can do a Kyle video and then some. Anyway, we're gonna do all of it. Tom Bean was happening. Sorry to be back around. If you guys are here, maybe consider backing out of the chat, hitting a thumbs up, and come back in. That'd be awesome. Is glad to be here. Is that a Jeff Slavin thing? Because I don't know. The only scratch you ever get on safety glasses is always yes. And the hilarious thing about these. So my wife is the safety manager for the Grand Master Gunnison National Forest, and she was going through stuff, facility stuff. Anyway, found a whole bunch of old safety glasses. And the funny thing is, they're scratched. They've been obviously not being used. They're just like sitting in a thing, and so there's scratches right in the high points, and it's so annoying, but it's hilarious. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Welcome to the actual Gospel Two Wheel 207. It is awesome to have you guys all here. 5280 James, what is up? Questions, concerns, issues about dirt bikes, talk about them, anything and everything. That, yes, is the 300SX back there. We weighed it. I haven't that, and it actually full of gas on my arguably not very accurate weighing system came into exactly the same weight as my XC full of gas when it was stock with nothing on it. Now, it did already have a kickstand on. And a brake tip, which wouldn't, but the kickstand would add weight, but nothing else really. Everything else is stock, and it 8 full gas. Again, my weighing system is not the most accurate. Two scales, you roll it up on there, add the number anyway, whatever. So I think the point is it's not a lot lighter than the XC. It's basically the same. The only real difference between it and an XC weight wise is going to be the tank with more gas on the XC and then the kickstand. Other than that, it's it's pretty the same. Hey, Roger Herb, what's happening? Maybe a good day. So, Brody, I will be riding on Sunday. I'm probably going to be out testing this thing. So I was going to talk to you and your granddad. You guys can just take the 100. I got the clutch cover. I may or may not have a chance to get the plastic swap. So, yes, Brady, I do have a muled mic. Oh, it's so good. So yeah, Brody, once I get that clutch cover on there and the oil changed, I'll let you know. And then you guys can probably just take it out and sit out. I don't think I'm going to be going out and just cruising around. We're going to be taking this and my XC and doing a comparison video because I only have this thing for till the Friday after Thanksgiving. So anyway. So season of dang Ontario, sad days. I don't know. Are you a screw in type writer? Because I do that and it's a lot of fun. Hey, Robert Boucher. Buenos dias, Teddy Roosevelt. Good to see you here, man. So yeah, anyway. Brody, we'll talk. Let's not talk about that here. We'll talk about that later. Brody's probably gonna buy my kids KX100. So 300SX, pretty sweet. I have not tested the stator output yet. Like I don't have a good, I need to figure out the good way to figure out like wattage coming out of the stator. But I mean, I think it's going to be the exact same stator as the XC because everything about this thing is the same other than transmission. Roger Heard, can you add a 6th gear to the SX? Yes. I haven't obviously done it yet, but I think you can. But if you want XC transmission, you're going to have to change a whole bunch of other stuff because I don't know if you watched the video where I went through all the gear ratios. They're all different. There's a single gear ratio in it that's the same. So if you wanted the same gearbox, you'd have to change everything. If you just wanted a 6th, that'd be no big deal, be like an overdrive, which would then make it like previous year's XCs because the previous XCs had all first and then a tight ratio all the way up to 6th. You come with an overdrive at 6th. And the new XC, my new bike, first gear is lower and then they're spread out, but they're not spread out as far as the W, but they're a little more spread out than old XCs or SX, and then with a 6th overdrive. So it's, I don't know. I like the XC tranny, but yeah, if you bought one of these, you save $2,000 and then, I don't know, 200 hours down the road, you want to split the cases, do bearings and seals and stuff like that. You can put a gear, totally put a gear in it. You definitely have to buy a different shift star and shift drum, I think. I don't know about the drum. I bet you have to buy a drum, maybe a shift fork. I don't know. But anyway, Brady Metter, is the motorcycling community big enough to support everyone without trying to tear down others and not be a douchebag mouthing? Yeah. Brady, absolutely, it is 100%. That is my goal, like as a shop, an actual real shop, a content creator, is to just grow the whole community, like make more motorcycle riders so all of us can do better. Brady is referring to, I won't mention his name, I'm not going to be the bad mouther, but a person who is being a real jerk online and saying untrue things, like they're patently false about things. Anyway, it's ridiculous. And so, yeah. It sounds like you're drunk with your head in a fish. Dang, Snake Oiler. Let me see. Is it? I don't know. Is it better? I'll. You know what? I don't know. I'll try to be maybe quieter. Hammered Hits Racing. Good morning. How's it going? So yeah, I agree. I'm with you. Yes, I think we can all get along and have a lot of fun. When do we get Jeff Morgan? show? I don't know, Roger. I do not know when we're gonna get Jeff. I would love to have Jeff on. Hey, Tim Simmons, what's happening, dude? I have not talked to or seen you in way too long. To make a trip to Arizona this winter, that'd be good. The video the quality. We're on the good internet, so it might be your connection or the internet in general. Is it like no? I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not sure, Tiger, who you're talking about. One the person. I'm not gonna, like I said. Kim, no, battery is not going low. And Bruce Kennedy, I'm not sure about the chat, but anyway, sorry for the technical difficulties. This one I don't think is on me. The original no sound thing was definitely on me, but I think now we're dealing with internet issues. My is hooked to the Wi-Fi and definitely. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. We'll move on. Jason Lash, the government is trying to stop the two-stroke gospel. Absolutely. Nathan, the temperature is stupid. It is it's definitely cold here in Colorado, but it warms up during the day. It's good. I'm like turning my TPI into a mule. Yes, Jimmy, I love it. And it could be the Montrose internet for sure. I was generally asking about the chat. Oh, Tiger, right on. Yeah, the chat. I don't know what's going on. And I apologize. I'm just going to act like it's not happening so that people watch this later. There's not too much talk about just the tech stuff. TCG Fruition bought new 22,300 TPI, got 2,000 off. Nice. Solid work. So I went with that instead of a 23. What are some things I should keep an eye on? So TCG Fruition. Okay, first and foremost, when you start that motorcycle, let it warm up. 609 Enduro, that's Jimmy Neihart, will tell you he's got a 250 TPI, and he has zero problems because from day one, he has just hit the button, let it warm up, right? No, whatever, and it all to warm, and then go ride it. You can't throttle that thing when you first fire it up. I got a funny story about one that's just showed up yesterday. I think you can't hear anything. Okay, I think everybody else can hear everything. Hopefully. So, okay, yeah. TCG Fruition. I don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully, Brody, back out and then come back in. Like, exit out and come back into the live. I'm sorry, guys, about the tech issues. But anyway, let that thing warm up while you get your gear on, like you said, and then sorry about the sound again. I hate talking about this. I'm just gonna act like it. There we go. Anyway, Jason has a great thing. Wait till the fan controller showed 100 degrees is a great idea. You just need to make sure there's oil in the system, because what happens is they're just dripping oil in the throttle body, and when you first fire that up, it's dry. Like there's no oil in the gas to make it run. So you need to pull that oil from the throttle body in to get it moving around and get it all mixed and working. So just warm it up. That's the biggest thing. And TCG, I would seriously look at the TSP split injection setup. We're going to do that on a customer's bike here pretty soon. He's just waiting on parts. But it moves one of the injectors to the throttle body, which then helps it mix the oil better and helps make the whole thing work a lot better. And then it's the refill on the ECU, which provides more oil, and then also a head. It's like $700, $750, something like that, maybe $800 with shipping, and you just save $2,000. So maybe consider that. I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to be doing all that here soon. Oil, just hopefully you just heard that. I think the TSP relocation kit is awesome. I'm excited. So I think it's really, really good. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, it is what it is. Selling a 2300 for under 9K, much cheaper than your. Oh yeah, Bruce Kennedy. Yeah. So a Beta 300RR race for under 9K would be seriously a smoking deal. I love these things, and they're freaking amazing and fast and cool and all that. But if I were on more of a budget, which I should be financially, I should be on more of a budget. I'm just fortunate enough to have this shop and this channel and you guys, so people give me parts and things like that. But if I were on a budget, and there was a 22 300RR race Beta for under $9,000, that's what I would buy. There you go. That's exactly what I would purchase. Yeah, yeah. So what is going on, guys? Let's see what else. Oh, tonight, doing a shop night, Brody Rhodes. We're going to be doing a shop night here at the shop tonight. It's dark and cold for Thursday night rides now. I mean, some people have lights and all, but when the time changes, we go to just chilling at the shop. Not every Thursday, but this Thursday for sure. Going to be putting the 125 back together for my kid because we're getting rid of the 100 and we're moving on. So we're gonna put that thing back together and then help anybody with anything they need. So I'll be working on that. If people want to watch that, great. If not, they're more than welcome to use tools and my expertise and knowledge and ask questions and whatever to do whatever they want to on their bikes. We'll make a room here and people can do stuff. Waycross, Georgia, Dave Kessler. Nice. How's it going? Dang, sorry, Rones. Boss is here. You got to be like burrito and roll. Yes. I will let you know when the she shed is done. It's come along. It's so freaking beautiful. Let's see if someone new 4-stroke and get a new 2-stroke. Yes, Kim Jackson, do it. And yeah, Roger, the TWs are rad. So I said not talking about the 100K. Stop it. I'm serious. Matt Simpson, come on down, do a top end. If you can get your book here, that's awesome. So Roger, oh yeah, the Gas 300. Like the TIs are fine. I don't love them, but they're fine as long as you take care and warm up and all that stuff and do good. And you'll get them because there are bad ones out there. But they're awesome. And so honestly, like Jeff Slavens was absolutely right about the 300XC being really hard to ride and all that if you're going slowly in the rocks. It's a freaking race bike, and it is absolutely feels like a thoroughbred when you get on it. It is wicked. But that's why I bought it, and that's why I want to ride it and how I want to ride it. So honestly, if you're a more putt rider, just cruising around, sightseeing, and you don't want racy stuff, the 300XC and 300SX are not for you. What are you bringing the 85 down? What do you mean? You can bring the 85 down to do work on it, Brady? Yeah. Hammered Heads. No, I'm not riding the SX today. I'm going to ride it this weekend. I don't really have time today. I got to hang a bunch of parts on it right there that are on the seat. And the Dave Kessler, that's what the second map is for. Absolutely. And it does calm it down, but the chassis is like, it's rigid and stiff and racy, like the whole thing. But yeah, it's, you put it in the mellow map, it's definitely easier to ride. But again, and it's hard to run lights. If you're not, it's meant to charge. If you're not able to fuck out, yeah, absolutely, Matt Simpson. Right, yeah. If you take this thing out in stock form and you don't go, it's gonna bounce everywhere. But it's let's see. I had to go with 5.7 millimeter preload for static tag. Beat you to death. You try to yeah, absolutely, Jason. Anyway, they're they're amazing motorcycles. They're not built for everyone. They're built. I would say they're built for a smaller, a smaller group of humans. Anyway, they're awesome for that group. Colorado Enduro guy, have you seen the report of 23 KTM's Pistons blowing up with 20 to 40 hours? I didn't see that recently. Bruce Kennedy sent me that information. And that's on the TPIs. It hasn't been on these yet, I don't think. I think it's on the TPIs. I have heard of that. I get, people are blaming Vertex. I don't know. Coffee time. And I don't know, but I've heard that. I have not actually personally seen it, but yeah. It would be a good choice for a putt around dirt bike, something more lazy. Great question, Michael Webster. If you want high performance, but in a crude kind of chug around way, I honestly would choose a Beta 300 if you're looking for a two-stroke. If you're looking for a two-stroke, you're looking for trails, not dual sporty stuff, but like single track and trails and things like that. But you want to keep it more mellow. I would seriously look at the 300 RR Beta, and you can get the 300, not the race version. If you buy the non-race version, you still get oil injection. So if you just want to pull to the gas station, you can do it. It works good. It's got a carburetor. You can still put a Kickstarter on it. I would absolutely look at that. The Tiger Erickson 4-stroke WR250R, also very good. Except for that's the WR, like the injected dual sporty one. I mean, those are great bikes. Don't get me wrong, great motorcycles. But if you want to do harder single track, that is not a great cycle. They're just heavy and the suspension's not very good. Whereas the Beta, again, if you buy a non-race, you're getting the lower end suspension, which is again fine if you're not going fast. But you get the oil injection, which is not my favorite, but it is good for someone who doesn't want to have to fiddle with mixing gas. So anyway, I think they're great. Tiger spin lazy, yes. You're right. Although I would argue that honestly, that WR250R, unless you're just doing dual sport stuff, if you take that onto single track, it is actually makes you less lazy because it's heavy and still handling in that kind of stuff. So you got to work even harder. Compressor on. Sorry, guys. Ridden a lot of new bikes compared to Tom Bean. The 22 Beta 200 is brilliant. Pack Racer. Any ideas where to source old parts for old trail bikes? I have an 83 DR250. I'd like to possibly restore. Pack Racer, I would look. I mean, honestly, eBay is that, or try to find some guys I'll plug a good friend of mine who has a shop here in town. His name is Marty Humble. Humble's Vintage Motorcycles is the name of his shop. And seriously, technical issues during this thing. Compressor, whatever. I'm sorry. Anyway, Humble's Vintage Motorcycles is an amazing shop here. He has a huge store of basically a junkyard parts. I mean, it's massive. So definitely check him out. And Brady says Ventco. I don't know those guys, but yeah, I'm sure they're awesome. But look at Humble's. He's here in Montrose. Ventco. What is it? There's a massive junkyard down in Arizona. I will hopefully I'll think of the name. It's huge to go there. Yeah, it is awesome. Let's see. When does the snow track get put on? It does not get put on for me, Big Chuck. I don't run that. I don't run a snow bike. I had one season. It was fun. Wasn't that much fun. And hard on motorcycles, especially two strokes, and very, very expensive, and don't have a trailer, blah, blah, blah. Go on and on. All the reasons I don't do it. But I put screws in the tires. Oh, look, you guys can kind of see them right there. That's my screw tire setup, set of wheels. I just put that on there and it's good. Tiger Erickson TWs are awesome. Again, back to Michael Sir. Honestly, a TW200 would be I think, better for like really slow, just putting around than a WR250R. They're awesome. So they're really good. Yeah. So yeah, no snow bike for me. Not a big fan. I think one of these with the snow bike kit on it would be brilliant. Fuel injected, electric start, redonkulous horsepower, and then lightweight. Yeah, man, I think it'd be good. You'd have to put a huge tank or carry a ton of gas, because when you're snow biking, you're just wide open all the time. And the other thing is that the snow biking thing, you'd have to solve that whole tank fuel pickup deal, because you're not bouncing as much in snow biking. When you are, but it's like biking, so you're not going to splash the gas up as easy. So you might need to fix that. But who is it? IMS is coming out with a tank very soon. I agree with Brody on that one. Just ride the bike like it should be with tires. I agree 100%. Like, if you want to go in the snow, I don't know. I guess like buy a snowmobile, right? A snowmobile, not a problem, whatever. They're much harder to ride than a snow bike. Snowmobiles are. They're amazing, but they're a completely. Whereas if you put a track on one of these and get it out there, it's a lot like riding a motorcycle. It's a little bit different, not much. Yeah, Bruce Kennedy, just buy a snowmobile. And the thing is, the horsepower on a snowmobile will always be more than one of these things. Yeah, Brady, definitely a muled track. What would you call? Well, I guess they already have Yeti tracks. I was gonna say, what would you call a thing in the snow? Just take the bike to where there's no snow and avoid this whole situation. Yes, Garrett Anderson, and that is the beauty of where I live. It's coming in from Ontario and like north of here, Bruce Kennedy up in Michigan. Yeah, you're stuck. You're in the snow, man. I mean, unless you want to travel a long way, you're screwed. So. Or like you put ice tires on and go out to the lakes, things like that, which they clear off up there. I here in Montrose, first of all, it doesn't snow that much here in Montrose, so you can ride most of the time. But then also around here, not very far, we can get to snow-free areas very quickly. Phoenix is only 8 hours away. I know it's 8 hours. That's not that bad. And that's a weekend trip if you want to do it. And then, Moab. I don't like to say Moab in the winter, because honestly, Moab is so freaking cold, just like here, and it gets almost as much snow, sometimes more snow than we do. So Utah, that northern part of Utah's out. If Montrose is out, northern Utah is usually out. Southern Utah, like St. George, is always good. I'm ever stuck. I have studded tires, but may sell. Yeah, Bruce Kennedy. I have my tires around here because, again, it's not. It doesn't snow that much. Roger heard 20s in Prescott. That's chilly for Prescott. 19 here in Missouri this morning. Yeah, Barnado's laughing. Barnado has chosen to spend his time living in and near Aspen. Because he's a fancy guy. It's cold and snow there. Tiger, East Coast. I am so sorry. You ever ride in New Mexico in the National Forest, Brader? I really haven't. I need to get down there. I mean, other than racing, I have not spent any time just trail riding in New Mexico. I need to do that. Like Red River area. I need to do that. Garrett Anderson, yeah, I'd love to come to Michigan and race. That'd be fun. Bob's Used Motorcycle Parts. Thanks, Brett Minzy. Bob's Used Motorcycle Parts. Thank you. And they've got everything. Ooh, I bet, Ronald. I bet it was 0. San Luis Valley. By that way, what SLV means, San Luis Valley, and it is a cold son of a gun over there. How do you the 250s of the back? Oh, there you go, Tim Simmons. Thank you. Thanks. Bringing it back. I appreciate it. The 250s, Tim, are gonna be awesome. I haven't gotten to ride one, but I can tell you right now, knowing what I know about my key points, you can't, but my 300, my old 300 is sitting right here. It was 250. Now it's a 300. It was brilliant as a 250. I think these things as a 250 are going to be exceptional. The bike has a ton of low end. The 250 is going to have a ton of low end. Not as much, but it's going to be very good. And then it's going to rev even faster and higher, which is kind of hard to imagine because I had fastest revs, but it is really, I think the 250s are going to be brilliant. You price saves money because they're 250s and not 300s. Everybody wants a 300. Maybe not so much money savings this year because everybody wants this new chassis, a new motor, and new fuel injection. And so the 250s are selling kind of like the 300s. I think MSRP is only $250 difference. But in future years, 24, 25, where they're going to get better too. I mean, I have had zero problem with my gun. Zero. It's been perfect. I have no complaints about my bike, but there are people that are having some problems because it's a first year thing. The whole start button, if you hit that and whatever. I mean, there are things going on. Some people are fouling. I don't know how that happened. Whatever. So the 24s are going to be better than the 23s, whatever. And as time goes on and more of them out there, there's going to be 250s probably for a better deal. No, Barnado, the 125 is not a car. I've heard that the new 125 is not even close to as good as the carbed 125 like I had. I've heard that they did not that way. No, in your riding area. No, Tom Bean, we do not. It is good. Let's see. I want to go to the UPS. Looking forward to coming over there next week to get out of the icebox. Yes. By the way, next week, Friday, Black Friday. I hate that word and thing because now it's Black Month. I mean, anyway. We are boycotting that crap, and we're riding the turkey burn on the Friday after Thanksgiving. So come on down, 10 o'clock, Dry Creek riding area. It's going to be a ton of fun. Let's see. Spark plugs fouling on some of the 23s. Yeah, I think people are warming it up like a TPI, like what we talked about earlier. We just walk away, warm up, and all that stuff. That is not good on these because that's like doing that on a carb bike. It like on these, the cold map, the startup map is very rich, which is good. Helps things lube up and not burn up and scratch. Anyway, whatever. It's a very good thing. But they're leaving it like that or not using the cold start because you can pop that cold start up that opens the throttle body. They're leaving it like too long and it's loading up and they're taking off just like a car bike and it's fouling plugs. So I pop cold start for a second and then I just rev it and keep it going. And yes, Barnado, I do have Spark from YZ250. Quick little story time, everybody. Everybody who is here, who's been here a lot, knows Mr. Mike Barnado. Giving all of us KTM riders a really hard time about his Yamaha being so amazing and so glorious and so wonderful, and how all of us are terrible. But at the race this last weekend, TJ, what's up? In Aztec, Mr. Barnado's IZ250 fouled a plug before the start of the race, and he did not make the start of his race until way too late. And he only did 2 laps. And if he had just done one more lap, he would have gotten second for the day. Instead, he got third because he's in the A class. It's a very competitive class, but there's not a ton of them. The guys that are there are fast. But like Mikey, it is awesome. It made me so happy that his that's so good. Michael Mariano, how do you like the Usway Hydro Pack? I love it very much. Yamahas are glorious. 100%. I love Yamahas, but it was so good that Mikey's did that. Oh, so good. Let's see. Kim, I'm thinking that my 250 with Kelsey head is equal to more torque, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it is, Kim. Your bike, yeah, with a good head on, like, it's going to be better than any stock 250, I think. Just like that, the TPI 300 that I rode before I had the head on my bike, I had head on it, and it had way more low end than my brand new stock bike. And yeah, it's just the nature of it. You bump the compressor up, get the shape right, it's good. Michael Leesbury's a fan of foul. That's so good. I love it. Let's see. I wonder on the TPI at the factory, they start on a dyno, rev to the moon. How does that not score the piston? Bruce Kennedy. That's a good question. I don't know if they actually do that anymore. They show that in all their videos, but I'm not 100% sure. I was the 29th. Like even yes, Barnado, I love it. You know I love you. It was so good. Use a helmet to helmet comm. Do you recommend any? I don't anymore, Roger. Now we just use the rugged radios to go back and forth. But can't talk while you're riding. When I did have one, I used the Scala Rider Bluetoothy. God, what was it? There's a version. Anyway, it was the super high-end Scala Rider. Anyway, whatever. And it was really good. For the boys and I riding their bikes, if you got around the corner very far away, it didn't work at all. They're only good like line of sight, which for you guys should be really great. Now, if someone gets lost or whatever, you're not going to be able to get a hold of them. But Pack Talk, it's the Pack Talk Bold, and that's the Scala Rider. Pack Talk, that's what I had, and they were good. Bruce Kennedy, how about 9:30 would be good. And Brody, tonight, 6 o'clock here at the shop. The Rugged Radios does have a good helmet system that reaches. So the Rugged Radios one is good to put it in your helmet. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do this, but you got to put like a push to talk on the handlebars and all that. And so anyway, I like the Rugged Radios very, very much. Did you watch the video with Pulp MX, Villepot, and Krug? They had comms. No, I haven't watched that. I bet that's awesome. Like the Pack Talk Bold comms are good. The Rugged Radio comms with push are awesome. If you want to run all that stuff on your bike, I'm just not I don't know, they just aren't. I don't want to fiddle with it, but like they're rad. Eagle, I'm glad you liked it. Like my boys, and I got 4 of them that live in my van and can hang out to people and whatever. And they got mics. I just run the mic right here so I can hear it. I can't I can't talk and hear whatever I could, but I can hear it go off, stop, and go, what was that? And anyway, like a cop style. We're going to ride the best ride this weekend. I'm dang, Tom Bean. That's a bummer. Any thoughts on Roczen testing the Zook? I know he's testing that. He tested that Stark Varg thing too. Thanks. I'm glad you like the safety glasses, Mike. Check your weather. It's 14. Or you are not kidding. It's cold. Yeah, it's cold, John. It's definitely cold. For your side review, you find one of those bald costumes, way too tight shirt, maybe borrow from Ewan. That is awesome. That would be really good. And Bruce Kennedy, I'm sure Jeff says, Jeff says everything is junk. Just a grumpy man. In Durocross, who's gonna win? I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I actually haven't been to just recently. I've been too busy, honestly. Will you be putting oversized tank on your XC? Yes, I will. Anyone you know who has one yet? My 360. IMS is like, I think like they might be out now. I gotta call them because I think they're gonna give me one to test. But they were like just a couple weeks out, like a couple weeks ago, so they should be very soon. Let's see, just so because he's coming out with the. I love it. You think Walker's gonna win? That'd be cool. He's gonna give a bike away for like 3 months. Dude, you're so good. Oh, I love it. It'll be awesome when he introduced his. Are you talking about? I don't know if you're still talking about Slavens or not. But anyway, Jeff, if you the funny thing is about Jeff, I barely know him, but I kind of know him. My guess is he's not even going to watch that video I made. And if someone's going to tell him about it, he's going to get all upset. He's not even going to watch it. Definitely not watch to the end where I tell him that I'm just giving him a hard time, just joking around. But anyway, it's funny because that video is going to give his video more traction too, because people watch it. So it's helping him. But anyway, I love it. What other questions? I got a boogie here pretty soon. Yeah, absolutely. Jeff is way too serious. Matt, I'm sure he's been told about it. I don't know if he's actually watched it. He did watch, obviously, he watched my other videos because he called me a clown for saying that it was a game changer. But if you ride one of these bikes and you don't think it's a game changer for the two-stroke world, you're crazy, because it is what they like. It is the next step in rad two-stroke technology. I hope that keeps advancing, because it is absolutely incredible. And I'm a clown and the hack, obviously. Wickenburg, yes, I'm definitely going to go to Wickenburg this winter. I say definitely, I hope. All right. Okay. You guys are awesome. I got a boogie. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Punk Rock Club, you're my favorites. I love you more than everyone else. I'll make sure yeah, I love you. I hope you get out and spread the gospel 2 wheels. I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles inspire you guys to work on, but way more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes. Love you guys.